Hello everyone, and welcome to a Trove video. Excuse me for my extremely nasally, well, probably nasally voice. I can actually feel myself getting nasally as I speak, but I've actually tried to record this video like 5 times, but I'm keeping on sneezing and doing all that stuff. There was actually one time where I had to like sneeze, but I also had to swallow at the same time, and that was probably one of the most awkward feelings that I've felt in a while, honestly. But we are going to just be doing coin collection challenge. So I don't exactly feel too well. I've been, coughing up phlegm and all that cool sickly stuff, right? But oh, and also excuse me if I'm like sitting here clearing my throat like an idiot constantly. But yeah, this hopefully this isn't going to be too boring or too long of a video. I don't know how much I'm actually going to do. I'm kind of just making a Trove video specifically because I know that people, watch these videos, and I don't know if that's bad or not. But I mean, it makes sense, right? Make something that some people will actually watch, even if it gets like 100 views, which I know that's like, a big deal for some people, and to be honest, that's still a big deal for me. But I don't know, some people are like, dude, you have almost 10k subs, you should be getting like 1 to 2k views a video or whatever, I don't know. But the other thing that kind of sucks is I had to, get sick or whatever this is right after or shortly after I said I was going to start streaming more seriously. And, for a time I actually I think I streamed like 3 days in a row, which is actually really, it's something for me, right? It's like rare-ish and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have the best internet, so even if you do want to watch it, it's sometimes pixelated. That's kind of why I tend to stick to retro games, like retro slow-moving games, because obviously slow-moving games, they don't require that much internet speed and all that, right? Like they don't require the highest bit rate, is what I'm trying to say. But also, my chest has been hurting a lot, and it is like a muscle related thing. I can even replicate it when I do certain stretches. I was trying to exercise a bit, I think it was a week ago, and I don't know, it felt fine, but like a day later I just had basically DOMS or whatever, delayed onset muscle soreness or whatever you call it, right? So I guess that happened. But the thing is, this has lasted a while. It's lasted like over a week. So that's kind of why I haven't really been streaming. It's not that I'm, dropping the ball and, all this stuff like, oh, he said he was going to stream and then he doesn't do it. It's just that I don't feel like doing anything now. Like as of, this past week, I barely feel like doing anything. That's why I've just been going on YouTube and watching videos. And that's basically all I've been doing for like the past week. Now, it was getting a lot better, but I think it was like 2 days ago where I went to go lay down, as you normally do when you go to bed and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, my chest like really started hurting, like I re-pulled the muscle or something. And I don't know why. It was fine the night before and I didn't do anything different. It just happened. And it usually happens when I go to bed. Like, I can't sleep on my right side. I have to sleep on my left side, which is normally what I do anyway. So it's just more annoying because I think what's happening is, how you turn such while you sleep, right? So I think I'm turning to my right side, like, my painful side while I sleep. Because sometimes when I wake up, I'll be on my right side and it'll hurt a bit. So I'm probably just hurting it while I'll sleep. Like while I can't speak. While I'm turning in my sleep, right? But hopefully it's not anything too serious. I've had this in the past before. I think it only lasted like a week and a half, so hopefully that's what this is. But yeah, I was just doing some, basic core strengthening exercises because I don't do enough of that, honestly, and I honestly didn't think I did a lot. Well, I did do a bit, but it wasn't hurting or anything, It's really weird. But now I have, like, what I assume is just inflammation. I don't know what it's called. It's called something with, like, a C or whatever. But yeah, that's, I guess, what's been happening. So, excuse the lack of content. I know people are just used to me uploading, like, twice a week. It's not really anything too surprising, but I don't know. I'm just sitting here drawing a blank because normally if these videos, I just say what comes to mind. It's not like I usually talk about anything specifically. I just say something, and if I can muster a topic off it, I kind of just keep going. I don't really have scripts or anything specifically that I want to talk about. So I guess I guess I could just like shut up and that would make the video a lot better, right? But yeah, I'm not like in super pain or anything. It's mainly just when I lay down and when I do specific stretches, but I think it has been getting a bit better. I took like a little bit of ibuprofen not too long ago. Well, that was like 2 days ago, I think. But it is what it is. I know that's like the lamest thing you can ever say. It is what it is. More like it is what it is because you made it what it is. And by that I mean I'm stupid and I did something. I pulled the muscle. I pulled my muscles. Hopefully this goes out well, because lately I've had OBS corrupt my entire videos. Normally it would only corrupt the first like 3 seconds so I can salvage it, but it's been corrupting my entire videos. Or at least it did like last week when I recorded something and scrapped it. But yeah, I guess we can talk about the whole GameAgo survey thing, right? Where GameAgo finally states that they are willing to, fix the game and whatnot. To me, it kind of seems weird that they're doing this now, because they've owned this game for like what, a year now, and it just seems weird that they're doing this now out of all times, right? But I don't know. I don't know if I should say if I have like hope or anything, but I would like to see what happens. I've said this many times, but the game just needs stability and content, like server stability and content. That's mainly what the game needs. I don't care if all they did for content for the next like year was add a class. Well, I mean, actually I would, because that would get old pretty quick. But you know what I mean, I just want something. The thing is, I'm pretty sure the devs said originally they wanted like 24 classes in the game. But obviously, Tryon's not a thing anymore, so they can't really do that. But, I don't know, like, GameAgo has had a full year to get more accustomed to the game, I guess, so they should know something, like, some things and that kind of stuff. But apparently it's really rough where, like, for instance, I heard that they literally only have one guy doing support tickets, and if that's true, then that's really rough. Because that means that most of the tickets just won't get answered if there's only one guy, responding to them. That could be wrong, that's just what I've heard. I wouldn't be surprised if that's, the truth. But, yeah, I just want to see, I don't want to see this game just be another forgotten relic that was good and then it just turned bad. Because you can never, well, at least for me, it's like, even when I made my new account, I can never replicate that feeling of starting anew, and getting all the mods for the first time. It's so satisfying. My first time getting Pemblock, that was really good, because back then, Pemblock was like the mount you wanted, right? And it was really rare and stuff. And I saw one guy riding it on one time, and I'm like, dude, that's so cool, I want it. But now, you know, you see Pember or Pemblock, and it's like, big deal, it's just a dog mount, we have way better stuff. But back then, those were like, you know, the only mounts in the game. Well, there were other mounts, but those were like the one unique skeleton of the game, because you know how mounts nowadays have like unique rigs, and like there's a lot of different ones. Well, the Pemblock's rig or skeleton, whatever, that was actually like one of the only unique rigs in the game, because it was like the horse rig, and then it was that rig from what I remember. I don't remember if ball mounts were introduced yet. I don't know if the first ball mount ever introduced was the slime jelly knight. I do remember back in the day where I think it's like, what, a full stack of Glim, and we were all like, dude, there's no way anyone will ever be able to afford this, and now it's like we can get that in like 2 seconds, right? It's just funny to like reflect back on the past and be like, it was really this challenging back in the day to get this, and now it's like, oh, we can just do this. I don't know, it was just a magical experience back then. And obviously, you know, now that I think about it, of course a new account wouldn't really replicate that. It's a brand new experience. You can't really replicate a brand new experience, right? Even if you do it all over again, it's that first time was so magical. And that was back when gems weren't a thing. This game was so much more bland back then, because there was no gems. You know, this entire thing, this didn't exist, and Shadow Gear was the highest gear. And Shadow Gear was actually insanely rare at the time, because I remember getting I got a Shadow Sword, and I'm like so happy because I didn't even realize that I got it. And then I accidentally loot collected it, and I just sat there. I was so mad for like the next couple days. I'm like, how could I do this? And keep in mind, that was back when you couldn't rebuy gear, because that came way later when you had the option to do that. But now it's like, oh, let me just rebuy it back, and oh, you know, but just put a band-aid over it and it's done. But anyway, I will probably just do this last dungeon, because I'm getting way too nasally. I can, you know, it's getting to the point where I can actually feel it coming on, so I don't know, I'll probably just take it a lot easier, something like that. Watch me like just constantly stream, right? I'll just like do a live stream after this and be like, yo guys, I'm good, you know, nothing ever happened. Okay, did I miss a boss? I probably did. Yes, I did. Unless it's in here, because sometimes they go in the corner. Or am I... No, I'm not done. So, I don't know how I missed these. It's like, where is this boss? It has to be in like a corner that I'm not seeing. Or was it actually on that floor, and again, I just missed it. You know, it's like, what's going on? Or am I like actually losing my mind and I just... Okay, there. What? I swear that wasn't there before, because it's so weird. This dungeon always trips me up, even though it's so easy. It just, for some reason, I'm like, I swear I did this when I came in here and I did not see this cursed skull. Like, it's so weird. What a weird feeling. But anyway, I'm going to stop the video there. So if you enjoyed the video, that's cool, but I am going to probably go lay down and hope I don't like die or something. So anyway, see you guys later, and goodbye.